Well, here's another case of Casio just owning the affordable market. This is the AMW-330. About 3 years ago, I had on the channel, this was like early on in my channel, actually, one of the first more early watches that I did on the channel. I had, I think, a silver dial variant of this with the stainless case, not the black case. This one is, obviously you can see it's black dial and it's black coated. It's IP or iron plated coating finish, and it actually holds up extremely well. So if you are looking for a black watch, the iron plating, in my opinion, holds up very well. So, but like I said, the Casio brand is just, you can go as high as you want, but certainly they have an insane amount of selection at the very affordable range. When I say affordable, these can be found on the regular, used around the $40 mark, maybe even less. New on Amazon, they're like $70. So I think you get a really good value. And like I said, there's other colorways, even some with bracelets, but the factory rubber strap works fine. 22 millimeter lug width. You can do elastic straps or NATOs or whatever you want to do on there. Maybe find a black mesh or something like that you can put on there. There are options. The case size on it, it is a little bit on the larger side of things, a 45 millimeter case width by a 50 millimeter lug width. But because it's quartz, it's only 11.5 millimeter thick or thin, whatever you want to say. So it's going to wear a little bit better on the wrist than you would think, being 45 by 50. It has a rotating bezel. Now this bezel is a bidirectional bezel because it is a compass bezel. It has nice clicks to it though. Probably like a 60 click, I guess. Non-screw down crown and pushers, so it's going to be 100-meter water resist as long as you don't fiddle with that stuff while you're in the water. It should be fine for just regular everyday use, or maybe even occasional dip in the pool or something like that. You're going to be fine. You can see I have the chronograph hand running. That's because, well, it's nice to watch a chronograph run when you're watching a video of it. So we'll reset it towards the end. Date, all Casio. I have not, I don't think I've ran into a Casio, whether it be a quartz or a module type, digital movement, that was difficult to set. They're almost all intuitive, and I've never had to really get the manual out. I can usually fumble through it pretty quickly. Same thing here. You pop it out. First position is going to be your date set. Second position is going to hack the movement and set your time. That's pretty much it with a three-hand, well, analog watch anyway. But this isn't being a chronograph, so you can start, stop here, reset here. You're going to have all that feature as well. Lume on it's probably not going to be amazing. I will do a Lume shot at the end, but don't expect a miracle here with that. So let's go ahead and reset this. I stopped it, and now, so you can start it up again. So that's an option you can do too, but I'll reset it here in a moment. So, regular rubber strap. It's not super soft or anything like that. It's totally built for more like rugged ability and stuff like that. Matching hardware there as well. So, all right, so if we stop it and then we go ahead and reset it, you can see it does a clean sweep back and resets the sub dials. You have your running seconds down here at the 6 o'clock, and the other sub dials are kind of blocked now, but you have other sub dials that keep track of things. This is using the Casio module 2328. You can see the information on the back if you want to pause it and look. Yes, cased in China, stainless steel. There's the model number. I do like Casio putting pretty much all the information right on the back, short of putting the battery size on there, which would be nice to have that information on there. But you can pretty much Google the AMW-330 or the module 2328, and you're going to be able to find out what battery you need before you even spin the case back off to change it. I didn't look up the battery life on this. I know a lot of Casios brag about 10-year. I don't think this one's going to be a 10. It's probably like a 3 to 5, something like that. If anybody owns one and has some experience with when the battery life goes on these, chime in down in the comments for everybody. But here you can see on my approximately 7 1/8 inch wrist, it just wears great, looks great. The black case kind of tends to look a little bit smaller on wrist. So if you are, towards the max with a 45 by 50, maybe look at the black case one like this one, and I think you'll find that it actually looks good and wears good even on smaller wrist. So let's do a Lume shot. And I have to say big thanks to Umar for sending this in. He sent in a few watches. I ended up selling one of them for him. And then this one and a world timer was donated to the channel. So big thanks to Umar for doing that. So if you guys have any questions or you want to see anything else on this watch, certainly ask. I'll do a close-up too. I know I'm doing things out of order here, and we got to block the monster a little bit for showing off. But you can see there's Lume. My camera is picking it up probably better than what it actually is. The indices are very dim. The hour and minute hand are definitely legible, but the indices are definitely dim. And I suspect it'll wear out pretty quick. So, and because I didn't give you a close-up shot, I know I'm doing things out of order here, we'll do a close-up shot. And you can see mineral crystal, so it's going to be subjective to some scratching and stuff like that. This one's still in perfect shape, so I don't think it got worn much. But you can see there's a lot going on the dial there. With most chronographs, that is the case. And I think it's, that's what people like about them. But you have the concentric circles going on both in the center dial, the main dial, and then also in all three sub-dials. And then they have like a little polished ring going around the outside of them. So there's a lot going on here that is going to help catch the eye. I like the handset as well. I could argue that it would be nice if the handset was maybe a little bit farther reaching on the dial. That would be kind of nice, but it's still super legible and easy to read, no problem. So you can see this one's very good shape, very clean, and very fun to watch. And like I said, there's a ton of different colorways, or at least 3 or 4 that I know of, and there might even be more. There's, silver and the black, and then some other colorways. So they're sure to find something in the AMW-330 range. And then there's an older version of this watch that had the digital display on the bottom. I forget the model number on that one. I know some of you guys watching this probably have that one. Those are very slick looking, and at some point I will get one on the channel because I do want to check that out and share it with you guys. All right, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.